Hello and welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about decks that tend to generate a lot of table hate, and we're going to be doing our 75 subscriber giveaway, so please stay tuned. This week I had a great question sent to me by Matthew, one of my new subscribers. He wanted to know a little bit more about land destruction and why I thought it was taboo. Let me start by saying this is just my opinion. There is no rule book about what you can and cannot play in Magic. There are going to be a lot of people viewing this video that don't agree necessarily with what I'm going to say. However, in my experience, there are 4 basic types of decks that will generate a lot of table hate. Meaning they're not typically decks that you want to play in friendly, non-competitive play. In competitive play, there are no real rules. All cards that are legal, you should play if the intent is simply to win and you think you have the best chance of winning. However, Magic is typically played at a kitchen table with friends. You're going to want to play decks that your friends will want to play against. There are a lot of decks that make the game somewhat unfun for friendly competition. So what makes taboo decks? Taboo decks mean that your deck essentially denies the opponent the ability to even play Magic. Think about it in terms of playing Monopoly, and it would be like playing Monopoly with somebody who takes away your dice every turn so you can't even roll or move, and you're sitting there watching them move around the board and buy land. Not exactly a fun game. The first type of taboo deck I'm going to talk about is land destruction, and essentially it attempts to deny the other player or players the ability to generate mana in order to cast spells. So they're going to sit there all game long, drawing cards with cards in their hand, and simply pitching a card to the graveyard when they get more than 7 cards in their hand, watching you play all of your cards, and you're playing Magic while they are not. The second type of taboo deck we're going to talk about, represented here by Mind Twist, is what I call a twist deck or a discard deck, and what it attempts to do is to pull cards out of your opponent's hands before they can even play them. So quickly in a game, they're not going to have any cards in their hand to play, and they'll simply be drawing off the top of their deck and playing whatever card that they draw, if it's even applicable, which many of the cards in Magic are responsive type of cards. So you're going to react with those cards. When you pull cards out of your opponent's hands, they no longer have cards to respond to yours. And if they were responsive cards, they're typically useless. So this type of deck also will generate a lot of hate. The third type of deck we're going to talk about are mill decks. Now you'll see this a little more often like on Arena with the rogue decks, but mill has been around for a very long time. This is an Antiquities card called Millstone, where you pay 2 mana and you take the 2 top cards from an opponent's library and put them in the graveyard. And what this attempts to do is to deny your opponent a deck to draw from. And it is a win condition if the other players draw out of cards before you do. So in essence, you're denying them their library, not necessarily their lands or cards in their hand. The fourth type of deck we're going to talk about are counter decks. Now these are a little less taboo, and it's hard to keep up with the counter deck. They usually have some other win condition besides just countering your spells. However, they counter your key spells, and they allow you to do things that are somewhat inconsequential. While they get set up on their board state, the games tend to take a long time, and they're denying you to do anything fun out of your deck. The attempt of this is to try to counter your big spells. The last type of deck is mainly what we're going to talk about for Commander, and it's called a Stax Deck. Now, a Stax Deck can contain elements of all of these, with land denial, hand destruction, deck destruction, and these type of prison cards that lock you down to where you cannot attack them, and you're just sitting there drawing cards, playing them, but not really able to do anything with them. Now, there are exceptions to playing all of these cards. For example, even Stone Rain itself is not bad if you're only targeting a very specific land that is causing problems, like a Maze of Ith that stops your creatures from attacking, or a Gaia's Cradle that gives them an unreal advantage, or a Volrath Stronghold that lets them keep recurring cards from their graveyard back to their deck. And the same thing goes for discard cards that only really target a few select cards out of their hands. It's generally not that taboo. I can't think of a scenario where mill is not considered taboo. It's either taboo or just not that useful if you do it to a limited extent. Counterspells, again, are generally not that taboo so long as they're used sparingly. Ghostly prisons are never a welcome sight. So the real question you have to ask yourself and the people that you play with, what do they consider to be taboo? What do you find unfun to play against? So make sure that you run it by your group before you begin. Otherwise, you might not be playing with those same people for very long. So we've reached 75 subscribers, and that means it's time for another giveaway. Let's see what we're going to give away today. All right, let's see what our lucky winner has today. It'd be tough to top the last winner. Oh, that's right. This does it kind of strange, doesn't it? Can't exactly remember. I think it's right after that first one. So we're going to take these and put them on the back. I think that's pretty safe. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Get through our cards here and see what we have for our lucky winner. Oh, there we go. A full art sad robot solemn simulacrum, however you want to say it. And Rada, Heart of Keld. It's a double. I didn't even know they could do doubles. Wow. I need to read up on this product a little more. Fantastic. Looks like you're going to get at least 3 today. Look at that. That's fantastic. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't really open this product. All right, so we're going to do this again. We're going to take these few cards, throw them to the back. Slow roll it through here for people who want to check out the packs as I open them. And we are up to our token. So our winner is going to get a Bloodfell Caves. No, just kidding. Ooh, a Scavenging Ooze. That's another good one. So congratulations to our winner. You're picking up a Scavenging Ooze, which is a very, very popular card. Rada, Heart of Keld, so another commander that you could use, and I see are used oftentimes. And Solemn Simulacrum or Sad Robot Full Art. Congratulations. That is awesome. 3 rares. I'm so happy. I really didn't even know that was possible out of these packs. I really like Core 2021. So let's see who's going to win those today. And our winner is Minion0470. Please get a hold of me. I have a link to my email address. It's in the description below. I'll try to get these cards out to you as quickly as I can. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you haven't already done so, please like, subscribe, and spread the word. Please leave comments. Let me know what you thought about the video today. Love hearing all of your comments about what you'd like to see in the future. Have a wonderful day, everybody.